With profound thanks and gratitude today, I stand before you to welcome, on behalf of everybody, especially our leader, the governor of Buachi State, His Excellency Senator Bala Mohammed, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shatima, Grand Commander of the Niger, our very able Vice President. Your Excellencies, the governors of Adamu, Borno, Gombe, Yobe, and Taraba states, and our very able, competent Mr. Project, the Governor of Buachi, our brother, Senator Bala Mohammed, the host governor. Distinguished members of the National Assembly, distinguished honorable speakers and members of the various houses of assemblies present here, my dear brothers and colleagues, the former leaders of our states, our fathers, your Royal Highnesses that are present here, distinguished leaders of ours that have represented us at federal government, at various stages of their lives, distinguished honorable ministers that are present here, distinguished leaders that are also present here, distinguished invited guests, distinguished members of the press corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As I've always told those that have cared to listen, that my governor keeps on surprising me until I was called to the few minutes before I was called here. I never knew I was going to speak. It was my colleague, my friend and brother, His Excellency Mohammed Abubakar, that said, I'm meant to speak. Unfortunately, I have no prepared speech. When I left office, I have made a vow, two things. I will not come back to government house. I made sure when I was leaving, I pick every bit of my property here. And without any ill feelings, I have made up my mind. Secondly, I've also made my decision. I will not involve myself in advising or soliciting for attention from anybody in the office, because the job of the governor is awesome. For those of you who are the privilege to be governors, for those of you who are governors, know exactly what I am saying. Therefore, but it takes Bala Mohammed, my governor, the skill. When about 10 days ago, he lost his stepmother and I came to condole him. Deliberately, I believe knowing so, decided to invite me to come and condole him in Government House. So that was my first day that I came to Government House, Buachi. I must tell you, I'm delighted, Your Excellency, that you invited me. Not only that, after the condolence, you conducted me yourself around the bits and pieces that you were able to that day. And when somebody was making a remark that you have really renovated this house, I said, well, I don't know the meaning of renovation as an engineer. I need to go back to the dictionary. I think you have done a tsunami in Government House, Buachi. For those of you who are governors, for those of you who are privileged to be in Government House, Buachi, prior to what we are seeing today, knows it is totally a tsunami. You've demolished everything that we know from the governor's residence this way, totally. And you have rebuilt an edifice that will remain forever a source of pride and inspiration, not only to us today, but indeed to future generations. I want to commend the governor for his visionary and his courage. He has a lot of courage to do a lot of things that I, standing here, was not able to do. But we thank you that you are able to do some of the things we were unable to do. I'm very delighted that today, out of the so many projects you are doing, we are commissioning the Government House, Buachi. I want to commend you. I want to congratulate you. And I want to express my happiness for the various projects that have been done in the states that have very excellent impact on the lives of the people of this state and those who are passing. Indeed, you are a source of pride to all of us and a source of pride to the young and prospective young leaders coming. Congratulations. Thank you. May the Almighty God continue to bless Buachi State. May the Almighty God continue to bless our leaders, and may the Almighty God continue to give us the ultimate peace we desire in this state and in this country. Mr. Vice President, thank you so much. God bless you, and for the other governors, good luck and safe trip. Thank you.